Okay, a bit weirder than normal today.
We are live. Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the Sunday morning, whatever this is. And Lexx says I have to explain to you why she's a bit weird today. She's a bit weird today because she's Lexx, in the same way that she was a bit weird yesterday and she'll be weird tomorrow. But she's extra weird today because she's got vertigo. I've just sat here and diagnosed a possible ear infection because I am obviously a doctor. Possible ear infection, but she's got vertigo, which means everything is very, very swimmy, and she feels like she might fall over at any moment.
It's like my head is, like a spacesuit, but the cosmonaut ones that are all completely see-through.
Yeah.
And it's full of water, and whenever I move my head, it just goes.
And you can sort of swishing around, yeah.
Like that. And it feels really heavy as well. My head feels really heavy, and like I'm top heavy, I'm
so like really good drugs, but without all the fun of really good drugs.
Yeah.
Let's say some good mornings to the chat. We have got Lucy T first in at 9:10. God, Lucy, you were up early. Antoinette Daly, Crispy, Rust Reloaded, Laura Eccleston-Siebel, the other Heather, Deb Hughes, Jason Entwistle, Kay Gilson, who says good morning everybody from Nottingham. She's not saying good morning to you if you're not from Nottingham. Welsh Wonder Nia, Kazi Carl, Karin's in, but she isn't in. She's come in to say that she's not here. She's cleaning her kitchen. Oh God, it's shot off. Let me shoot back again. Good Lord, there's an awful lot there.
Watching Caroline deal with the chat yesterday was
yes, it was her first go on StreamYard, so she was absolutely not prepared for it to disappear when she was reading it.
You were there going.
Patricia, Mum of Five Sons, even. Kath Palmer, Auntie Sue, hi Auntie Sue. Daily Jessie, Rebecca Turner, Laney's in, Lady Lovely's in, Christine Davies, Miss Cambridge, Run Out of Breath, Kirsten's Curiosities, Deb Hughes, I think I've said Deb already, I'm not sure. Kay Gilson again, I've definitely said Kay before, I'm repeating myself now. Lisa J, Lisa Count 1. Fun Stuff 24, that's Jackie Fun Stuff. Joan, Chris Tyler, Gemsync says good morning, Carlo and everyone in the chat. Samantha Coates, Ashley Carruthers in, hi Ashley. Relove Reseller, that's Martina. Karen sells clothes. Andrea's in. Good morning, Andrea. Amy Farrah Fowler. Good morning, Amy. Bexify, Indie Chick. Helen C. Good morning, my favourite Helen. Christine Davies. I'm sure I've said Christine 4 times now. Mandy, she's always flipping. Saz Guest. Chris Tyler's accusing you of having a hangover. It's not a hangover. Not this time. It's usually a hangover, but not today.
Hangover I can deal with. I'm good with hangovers.
Shirley Boland, Shiv, Laurel D, Linda UK 99, Andrea saying, have you got vertigo? Lexx, indeed she has. Store 69 UK, Craig the Monocle, I think I'm getting there. Granny Kate, Kate Kinder, C Reeves UK, Julie Garrett, it's gone again, it's shot off. I am getting there, I'm nearly there. Anne Hardian, Alison Holden, Uniquely Me, Double Karma, and Lavender Lady.
Well,
good night.
Well done. That's very good. And hello from me to all the lovely peoples too. And I've had lots of lovely messages this week, lots and lots. And yes, I know the sound is crap on my video. I'm sorry, but lots of lovely messages.
Just in case you haven't yet watched Lex's
don't
first
bother.
Week of no spending, the sound is really low. She knows the sound is really low. She can't change it. You just have to live with it. Please don't comment saying the sound is really low. Good morning, Fandra, who says she's not my friend as she was just asleep and dreaming she was watching Tim Minchin making a film. It's when you start dreaming you're with Tim Minchin making a film that I really get not your friend. Do you know Fandria has squeezed Tim Minchin's bottom?
She maybe has mentioned it a couple of times before.
Once or twice, yeah. Waltham Creative is in, and Shelley Braithwaite and Mike Dando has joined us. Good morning, everybody. So Lexx is not 100% today because she has vertigo. I'm going to keep on repeating that every now and again for new people who arrive and go, why is Lexx weird? And I am sitting in semi-darkness because I cannot get the lighting right in this room. So I've ended up putting a blanket up over the curtains so that you can actually see me, because otherwise I just look like I look like I was regenerating. Just light pouring out of my face.
Are you the next Doctor?
I could be the next Doctor.
That would be pretty weird.
Yeah. Lisa Marshall is in. Lisa Count 2. You've got 2 Lisas and I've got no Claires. This is not good.
I genuinely, for a long time, I was like, I wish Doctor Who was my boyfriend. But not like David Tennant or, you know, Matt Smith or anyone. It's like, no, I want actual Doctor Who, like the actual person to be my boyfriend so that I can go like time traveling and through space and stuff. And that would be awesome. But obviously Doctor Who doesn't really exist, sorry. You know, sorry to break it. But, you know, it's like, why is life so unfair that I can't have adventures and that I can't go out with Doctor Who?
You can have adventures.
Yeah, but not adventures like we found a treasure map and it's got an X on it, and then we go to an underground thing and play a giant piano made out of skulls and stuff.
Maybe not those ones.
That's what I want. I want that adventure.
You want a giant piano made out of skulls?
Yeah.
Shiv's in. Shiv, Lex would like a giant piano made out of skulls, please. No pressure. Shellster is there. Hi, Shell. She said, get well soon, Lex. Maria Clark is in. Saz guest stream last night that we all worked for Nick and Andrea and we were on a big jolly in California.
Oh, blimey.
Oh, I forgot Wolf and Creative is a Claire. I'm going Claire count 1. I always forget that, you see, because she doesn't advertise her Clareness. Yeah.
Oh, Lainey, that doesn't sound like me at all.
Which bit's that? I'll put you on the telly on full blast 100, Lex, and then forgot and blasted the whole of the moon by the water boys a bit later. Is that it?
Oh, I was going to say I wouldn't. Sorry, I can't read it properly. That's another thing. I thought you said that I blasted the whole of the moon. I wouldn't blast that tune, definitely.
Uniquely Me says, someone quickly draw a treasure map for Lex.
I would love a treasure map.
Lisa Richard is in. Lisa count 3. I am very much outnumbered in the Claires at the moment. Come on, Claires, where the hell are you?
Yeah, come on.
I say I'm outnumbered, but it's not me that has to fight, is it? It's Wolf and Creative who has to fight. She's the one who's outnumbered. I'm fine. I'm just general.
That's the thing. Yeah, we're like the cocks.
Rude. Speak for yourself. You're a cock. I'm more of a. I'm like the lion of the pride. You know, I'm basically Scar.
Oh, I like Scar. He's got the best voice.
Fandra says you need to get a VR setup, this Doctor Who adventure that you can play in virtual reality.
But does the adventure include having him as my boyfriend in real life?
Possibly not. Possibly not. She says she only played the first 15 minutes, so she was too scared.
Do you know what's really good? Or what was really good, because it's closed down, but there was the Doctor Who experience in Cardiff Bay, and I think
I went there.
Yeah, I've been 3 times. Yeah, like really, really cool. So I've been for 3 doctors. Yeah, David Tennant, Matt Smith. Or did I go twice for Matt Smith? Anyways, really good. Like the whole crack in the wall from like the Matt Smith series was brilliant.
See, I think I went before Matt Smith season because I don't remember the crack in the wall. However, the Dalek coming at me out of the dark nearly made me shit my pants.
Yes. Did you have to hold the crystal? They made me hold the crystal and put it in.
I didn't hold the crystal.
No, because I went with my mate Yabrel, and he was all for like, right, let's be the joiner inners, and I was like, okay then. So when the Doctor Who actor type, you know, people led you around, and they were like, right, so who's going to hold the crystal? And Yabrel was like, you do. It's like, okay, then I'll hold the crystal. It was fun though.
I'm trying to think when we went for Debbie's 50th, but I don't know how old she is now. That would date it somewhat, wouldn't it? But I don't know how old she is now. I feel like it was a long time ago. I feel like I'm 46.
When did I fit? It's at least 10 years old. Obviously.
I think I went at least 5 years ago, but then that would have been Matt Smith era, so I don't know now. I'm confused myself. I don't know. Anyway, this isn't. Well, I don't know where this was going.
I want to be Doctor Who's girlfriend.
Okay. DME says, look up BPPV exercises, Lex. Sometimes a buildup of calcium crystals in the inner ear can cause vertigo. The exercises shift the crystals and can cure it.
Ooh, okay, that sounds unusual.
What was it? BPPV.
It definitely, like, I can feel that there's like a something there though, because I had tinnitus yesterday, and like I said to Carla earlier, not meaning to be really gross, but I want to go and like have a good route around, but I know that there's nothing there. It's not like a build-up of wax or anything, but I can definitely feel it, like a sensitivity there. Anyway,
maybe something crawled in there.
Oh, don't say that. I have nightmares.
You hear about that, don't you? About things crawling in people's ears and oh no.
And like things, you know, like they lay eggs and then like.
Oh. On a nicer note, Bexify is suggesting that somebody should make you an adventure map and you can complete it in a video for us. I think that's a brilliant idea. Shiv, we're looking at you. And Lucy says, question, do you like Butler and Wilson jewellery? Lots of skulls in their pieces.
I do like Butler. Well, some Butler and Wilson is vile and some of it is amazing.
And Mandy, for some reason, is an ass kiss this morning.
Yeah, all right, Mandy. Whatever, love.
Good morning, Marilyns and Gillian. Bad Wolf is in and says, what's this talking Doctor Who without me? And Waltham Creators, it's okay, I'll hold the side up for all Claires. At the moment, there's 1 Claire and 3 Lisas. So if we actually have a fight, or if you actually have a fight, I hope you're really, really hard, Waltham Creative. I hope you really are. Proper rough stuff. Yeah, people are saying they've also been... Nia said she loved it. Andrea said she would have loved to do it. Is it closed as in not on anymore? Or is it just closed for the current situation?
No, it's closed. No, it's closed. It closed a year and a half ago, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So they haven't had Jodie. It's Jodie Gibson, isn't it? Have I just made?
No, it's Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah. So they haven't had one for her, unfortunately. There was a thing of it like touring and then maybe coming back because the building is still there. It's an awesome building, but I think the numbers were down.
Yeah, you know, I think the show lost popularity, didn't it? Yeah. I didn't dislike Peter Capaldi as the Doctor, but I think the show lost popularity during the Peter Capaldi seasons. I'm sorry, but it was Moffat's fault. I think it's gone downhill. I like Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor, but I think it's become quite repetitive.
I love her. I think she's a great Doctor.
I think it's become quite repetitive, and some of them I'm thinking we've had this storyline. I'm sure we've had this story, and I wondered if that was part of a new story arc. The fact that the adventures were repeating, and there was going to be something at the end that went, and this is why they've all been the same, but it didn't. It just seemed like they'd run out of ideas.
See that's why. Russell T Davies was great because there was all these completely unconnected things, but
then at the end he went aha, and you went, oh my god,
wow! And then even during Matt Smith's first lot, you know, with like the Centurion and like that was beautiful stuff. And then Moffat went off and concentrated more on Sherlock and stuff, and I think that's when. And then Sherlock also.
Yeah,
so it wasn't winning either way, unfortunately.
Yeah, Fandra says vertigo is also a sign of menopause. She had it for ages. It's shit. So sympathies.
Not menopause yet. Okay. I mean, it would be a bonus in one way, obviously.
I couldn't wait for mine. I was like, let's have it gone, please. I don't want any of that anymore. I've no use for any of it.
No, I've got another at least 10 years, at least.
Where are we now? Dawn Shuey Paul is in and Georgina Gill is in. Hi, everybody. Dawn says evening all, so I don't know where Dawn is, but she's not here. She's not in the UK if she's saying evening all. Bad Wolf said Matt Smith ended in 2013. Feels so recent, but it's almost 7 years ago. I can't work out when I went. It must be at least 5 years and possibly more. I'll have to find out.
What years? Well, yeah.
There could be pressure in your ear tubes.
I think, honestly... Shizuma, not on computer, you nutter. Cat.
Incoming cat.
Try a decongestant. Okay.
And also, Jones says antihistamine tablets. Take it all. Take everything you've got. Go around the house and take some of everything. But not too much of anything.
I probably shouldn't take all the drugs we've got in the house.
Heather's in. Hi, Heather. And Auntie Sue says, is there a Sue count?
Sue count 2.
Sue count 2?
Yeah, because we've got Bad Wolf, who is Sue Crew.
Yeah. Karen's also saying try a decongestant nasal spray. It sounds strange, but it worked for me as she was actually congested.
Right, okay.
Yeah, gotta be worth a go.
Yeah. I've got that First Defense nasal spray. I take it that's different.
And if it says decongestant on it, then presumably it'll help.
I have no idea.
Have a read.
If I can read.
Yeah, Andrea says bring back Russell Davies. Rust Reloaded says it's all in the writing.
I've had 3 hugs from Russell T Davies.
Amber Harding says she bumped into David Tennant on Wharton Street, Cardiff, in his Doctor Days film. He didn't know what to do with myself. I would have died. I would have passed out on the spot.
I'm in an episode of Doctor Who, in a Christopher Eccleston one.
You kept that quiet.
What's the one with, you know, the guy from The Hustle, the blonde guy? And there's an episode where he's in a paving slab with the girl who is.
Yeah, that's a Tennant episode, though.
That's a Tennant one. Yeah, I'm in the background of there accidentally in the market stall scene.
I'm going to go and find that. You've never mentioned that.
Sorry.
You've never mentioned that when Moaning Myrtle ends up in the paving slab.
Yeah, I think you literally only see like half the side of me and maybe my bag.
Love and Monsters, Natalie says it's called. It's got Peter Kay as the Absorbaloff.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah. Because we thought they were filming The Hustle. See, I was working like in Cardiff, and our security guard came in and was like, "Oh, they're filming The Hustle down in the market." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I'll go on lunch break." So me and my mate Aaron went down and we were watching. And then the third AD came over, and then she was like, "Right, you guys just walk over that way." She thought that we were extras, and we were like, "Oh, okay then."
Try to do me shopping. We have a Susan in, so that's a Suku of 3 now, I believe. Wealth and Cray says she's not sure she can take on all the Sues as well as the Lisas. We haven't got any more Claires. We're very short of Claires this morning. Not sure where all the Claires are.
No one is allowed to have a go at the Sues, because then they'd have everyone else on them.
Joe Morris says warm olive oil on your cotton wool in your ear.
Ooh, that sounds a bit kinky.
Natalie's done that before in the past for earache. Shell says, "Are you the paving slab?" Sue says she thinks if she met someone famous she liked, she'd probably forget herself and hug them.
I also met at the BAFTAs backstage in the after show party then Michael Palin, and I like shook his hand, and I was very much just like it's you. Did you know you were you? I've met plenty of famous people and stuff, but for some reason Michael Palin, because he was just so lovely as well, and I was like, oh.
I met Les Dennis and he wasn't.
Oh.
I was working a night shift in a petrol station and Les Dennis came in and he was all right. It was like 3 a.m. so perhaps he was tired and a bit emotional or whatever, but he wasn't very friendly.
Oh. I met who's the comedian Brian Connolly. Met him as well. He's really pervy.
Connolly, not Brian Connolly.
Yeah. Not Billy Connolly, Brian Connolly.
Dangerous Brian and yeah. Septic Peg.
Yeah. He honestly really pervy.
Russ Reloaded says that at least 2 hands in will form a coalition with the Claires to even the score a bit. We're going to literally have our entire chat on 2 sides of a war at this rate.
I've got the J crew on my side though.
Sue's off because her daughter's arrived.
Aww, yay.
Sue's daughter visits and they do that thing where they sit at opposite ends of the garden and yell at each other, hello!
Yeah.
Joan says she walked past Billy Connolly in Cardiff when his hair was purple. He was on his own. I would not have coped. I mean, I went to see Billy Connolly on his last tour and I would not have coped with being within touching distance of him.
Yeah. Me. He's a lovely, lovely, lovely guy, isn't he?
Lainey's claim to fame, if you can call it that, is she met East 17.
Never mind.
Aw, never mind.
Brian is all bonkers now, isn't he?
He is proper bonkers, isn't he? I think running over himself with his own car started him off, didn't it? Sent him a bit odd.
He's got some troubles. Oh yes, when that reminds me of one. Yeah, Amy's comment. We had Jimmy Carr came in like one day to the DVD shop I was working in, and so Aaron again was like, "Oh, shall I ask him for his autograph?" So we asked him for his autograph, and then as he was leaving, the security guard goes like, "Oh, thanks for giving him his autograph," and Jimmy Carr just went, "Well, it's just writing my name."
And then there's this. And then there's just some people just bang on and on and on and on, don't they? You couldn't let it lie, could you? You couldn't let it lie.
Let it lie.
Carry on mentioning it. I think you're going to end up getting prosecuted because every time you mention it, you make it sound a little bit more pervy. You're going to end up getting arrested. Okay. Sailaway says Brian isn't bonkers.
Oh.
Inside knowledge there. Kirsten met Leonard Nimoy.
That's cool.
Did you get his DNA on a napkin? If you don't watch Big Bang, that will mean nothing to you.
I mean, I've met Poirot. Well, I've got Poirot's phone number. You know, Daisouche, as we call it.
What would you do with Poirot? What would you? What would you do with? I can't say Poirot's phone number for some reason. What would you do? Why can't I say that in a sentence? Use this phrase in a sentence.
No, he was in a TV like David Suchet was in a TV show that I worked on. So sometimes I had to call him, and he had. I bet
he changed his number now.
Yeah, probably.
I bet somebody said to him, "You know, she's kept your number." Right now, he's watching this, going, "Right, how do I get onto O2?" Okay. So Santorum Man said he met Peter Crouch on a plane. He's a legend in real life too. He's about 18 foot tall. How does he fit on a plane? He must have been proper folded up, bless him. The Jones are now banding out with the Clares, so we've definitely split the chat into two warring parties.
No, the Jones are on my side. I've got the J crew.
No. Apparently the Jones are defecting to the Clares.
No way.
Yeah, you've got three Lisas, and now the Claire Sue Joan army is now about 42 people strong against your three Lisas.
Fine, we'll still beat them. It's all right.
Yeah, Lisa Fenn will be in a minute, and they'll all run away.
Exactly.
Sailaway says you should check out his videos. He's certainly not mental. Don't believe the papers. And Martina says he's not bonkers. He was screwed over by media phone tapping his phone calls and ruining his marriage.
Oh, blimey.
Oh dear. Linda says she sat on Les Dawson's knee while he played the piano badly.
What, you sat on his knee badly, or?
Anne Bahardian shared a table with two of the Manic Street preachers in Newport train station.
Oh, whenever they used to come into the record shop in Cardiff, I had to hide because I was like, I can't serve them because you can't meet, like, because obviously I loved the Manic Street Preachers up until 1996. And then I was like, I can't speak to them.
I can't meet you because if you turn out to be an arsehole, my life will be over.
Like you've got to have that perfect image of them. Like it's ruined.
And Fandra is now backtracking on her allegations of. Oh dear. Rebecca's been hobnobbing with the rich and famous too, including Russell Brand, Jason Donovan. I wouldn't mind Russell Brand, and I mean I wouldn't mind Russell Brand. Although he's not a sex addict anymore, is he? So he probably wouldn't be up for it. Not that he'd have been up for it in the first place. Not that Russell Brand's been sitting at home going, I've got to get my hands on Carla.
I'm not a big fan of Russell Brand.
I prefer old, dirty, silly Russell Brand to new, wise guru Russell Brand, to be honest.
No. No, I didn't work in Spillers. I worked in MVC, which was opposite. Not quite as cool as Spillers.
There we go. You ready for this next one?
Yeah.
Henry is back for this. My school friend's second cousin was Stan Stennett.
Don't know who that is.
No idea.
My mum.
We are getting a bit like different gladiators.
My mum was best friends with Jeremy Beadle's sister in school. There you go.
Norman's mum's in.
Hi, Norman's mum.
This is sharing the Jones out now.
Yay! Thanks, Joe.
And Helen says Andy Bell from Erasure sang in her pub on karaoke night for a pint and a whiskey chaser.
Wow, that's pretty epic.
I think if it's karaoke night, you're supposed to get up and have a go anyway. You're not supposed to demand a reward.
But the thing is, like he could demand payment. You know,
well, yeah, but not on karaoke night. If it was karaoke night in my pub and in my pub, and a famous singer came in and went, "Well, I'll sing if you pay me," I'm like, "But it's karaoke night, mate. I've got other people who can sing." All these fuckers want to sing. Why would I pay you?
Yeah, but not as good as Andy Bell from Erasure. Oh, Ashley, that's pretty awesome. I loved Idlewild.
Am I not far down enough? Oh,
Arthur
the rescue dog is now venturing into the garden, has finally toilet trained himself. Yay, Arthur! Well done, Arthur.
Oh, well done, Arthur.
I've lost it all.
Exactly.
Oh dear.
We're
getting some very worrying claims to fame coming out now.
That's not a good thing.
Stan Stennett worked the garage in Crossroads for a while.
What's Is Crossroads that old TV series?
Do you not remember Crossroads with Benny and Miss Diane?
I've heard of it from, it being talked about, but I've never seen it.
Oh, it was an ITV soap, and it was absolutely terrible. It's gone down in history as having wobbly sets and stuff like that,
Oh,
Acorn Antiques, the Victoria Wood sketch Acorn Antiques, was a piss take of Crossroads.
I love it.
With people walking in the back of the shot and then reversing back out again and stuff like that.
And then the camera zooming too quickly.
Yeah. And Crossroads was actually like that.
Amazing.
There we go, Ashley. I had lunch with the singer from Idlewild whilst waiting on a late train. Didn't know until my husband got off the train and was like, oh my God, did you get an autograph? Didn't have my glasses on.
Yeah, I loved Idlewild. They were a great band.
You have mentioned that one once or twice as well, Andrea.
And you don't want to say that's cool, but the voice in my head goes, that's cool. I'm not allowed to say that's cool because it's not, but infamous.
Phoebe met George Michael. George Michael was apparently a top bloke.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of people that you just know would be good dudes. What?
Claire count 2.
Claire count 2.
Finally, there's another Claire.
Yeah, some
people... creative. The Claires have begun to arrive. You can calm down. Stop worrying. Joan Morris remembers Stan Stennett.
I don't know who it is.
Deb Hughes knows Cat Slater's mum.
Oh, Cat. No, I can't do it.
Cat! No, that's Pat.
Alfie.
That's Pat!
Alfie.
The Pat was
that was Frank Butcher, wasn't it? Mike Reed. Yeah.
It is Bexify's birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Bexify. And while I'm doing birthdays, it's Amy Fairfowler's birthday on Wednesday. And it is Daryl Linden's birthday today. Now, Daryl and Carol are down in Cornwall. They're normally in on a Sunday morning. I've not seen them yet, but that might be because it's Daryl's birthday. Perhaps they're having birthday brekkie or something. So happy birthday if you watch this later, Daryl. Behave, Lex. You're supposed to be poorly. Fandra says, I taught Ken Kitson how to ride. He was the policeman in Last of the Summer Wine.
Cool.
I think we may be scraping the bottom of the barrel now if we're going for the policeman in Last of the Summer Wine.
I don't know. I mean, every town has got their thing, hasn't it? Like, surely every town has got someone that's famous. Like, who have we got?
Dangerous Lisa's in, by the way.
So Lawrence. There's awards for music. What are they?
The Olivier Award.
Is it them?
Well, that's acting, the Olivier Award.
No. There's a music one. And he comes from Bridgend anyway. Ivan Novello.
Oh, the Novello Award, right.
Yeah, he comes from Bridgend. There's a blue plaque somewhere.
We've got Cary Grant, Carol Vorderman, the comedian Russell Howard.
Yeah.
Who else have we got?
One of the many Russells.
Oh, J.K. Rowling, obviously.
Who has my birthday?
Mm-hmm.
I'll allow.
We've got other famous. I think we might have Lee Evans. I don't know why I think that, but I think Lee Evans might be a Bristolian as well.
The famous metal band from Bridgend is Bullet for My Valentine. And my mate Jen's brother is the guitarist.
The Lisa count is currently 4, Lisa. And we've only got 2 Claires, but it's all right because we've given all the Sues and all the Jones to the Claires.
No, because we've got a Joan defected to our side.
Oh yeah, you had a Joan defect back again, didn't you?
Yeah.
Antoinette Daly sold 2 guinea pigs to Sade.
I bet she was nice, yeah. Bet she's lovely.
Oh, and it was Jessie's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday for yesterday, Jessie.
And it's Helen's 40th birthday this week.
I think we've got a winner. Oh yeah, Steve Merchant is from Bristol. I think we've got a winner. Are you ready for this? The ultimate claim to fame. Are you ready?
That's, yeah.
My brother was in the Muppets Christmas Carol, so I met the Muppets. That's it. Game over. Game over. I don't care who else you trot out. That's it. It's done.
I don't think you can beat that, can you?
It's done. You live with me and I'm very famous. This is true, yeah.
I've seen you on the internet.
I've seen me on the internet as well.
Yeah.
The other day I came up in my own recommended YouTube viewing. I was like, why are you recommending me to me? Don't you know who I am? Don't you know who I am?
That's bizarre. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend you to me.
Lisa says, no, give the Sues to the Lisas. No, the Claires are having the Sue crew. The Lisas didn't need any. Oh, Claire Riley's in. Oh, the Claire count is rising. Claire count 3.
I don't think you need the J crew anymore.
I'm keeping them. I'm keeping the Jones. I'm keeping the Sues.
It's just not fair. That's pretty cool. I mean, not the first bit. I'm looking at something. Couldn't have. I can't read that. Couldn't have put a whiskey.
Couldn't have put a whiskey down. Lisa J says her dad's claim to fame was Robert Plant signed a shirt on his back. Problem was it was someone else's shirt. Karen says, did someone call? Did we mention Karen?
No, sorry. But Helen's birthday this week, her 40th birthday.
Where am I looking? Have I missed that?
Yes, twice.
Where is it?
She said it further up.
I'm going for it. Oh, there we go. It's Helen's 40th birthday on Tuesday. Happy birthday for Tuesday, Helen.
Happy birthday, Helen.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to everybody who's having a birthday this week. Happy birthday, dear everyone who's having a birthday this week. Happy birthday to you.
Yay.
There we go. We've done 32 minutes of absolutely nothing.
Oh, yes. Did we have a topic or anything for this week?
No, it's Sunday. When do we ever know what we're doing? What have you got planned for the coming week? Let's have a very quick recap of how the no spending is going and whether you are suffering from it. Because we talked about it last week, didn't we? And by the way, yeah. I bought 25 quid's worth of premium bonds after last week's show.
Have you won yet?
Not if I have, they haven't told me.
Yeah, it's all right. I think the first week is the hardest because now I'm on that. I'm terrible for being in competition with myself, you see. If you told me not to spend any money this week, I'd be like, fuck you. But because I've told myself not to spend any money, I think it's kind of easier to do. I say that and, it could all go tits up. But no, it's all right so far. It's mainly because I'm not going to shops as well. It's so easy to mindlessly spend in shops. But obviously things are being slightly lifted. Garden centres are apparently going to open in Wales next week. So home base over there is going to be open. Mum wants to go to home base. Isn't reason to spend money now, But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. As long as there's no more wobbles.
You'll remind Mummy that the virus hasn't gone away, won't you?
Yeah.
And put her in a full body condom before you take her out of the house.
Yeah. We've got masks and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, can we go on Monday?" It's like, "No, don't go on Monday because
everybody will be there Monday." Yeah.
We'll go like Wednesday at 4:00 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh has got a very, very serious question.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck would chuck all of the wood you could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
There you go, Josh. I don't think you were expecting that. Lisa says, what have we sold this week? All the usual shit. Clothes, bric-a-brac, couple of mugs.
Yeah, I haven't sold anything particularly unusual, I don't think. No.
I don't sell anything particularly unusual. I don't stock anything.
I have sold some mugs with dinosaurs on, and they're ones that, do you remember, like when you came to Bridgend and we went to Bernardo's, and there was my mate Mike in there who prices everything up, and he was like, oh, you can have all of these for like 10p each. And I'm like, okay. And every pair of mugs I've sold for more than a tenner.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Well, like that, buddy.
So
I've sold a Teletubbies mug that I've had in stock for a very, very long time yesterday. So yeah, that's another piece of junk out the door. But it's all just the usual stuff: bit of clothes, bit of bric-a-brac, nothing very exciting.
I've had a return open, and annoyingly, the person has gone like, "Oh, it's faulty," and I'm like, "I know it's faulty. I took a picture of the faulty bit in the listing, described it as faulty, and put in the item condition that it's faulty."
Yeah. You can refuse to pay their return postage. I think you have to allow them to return it, but you don't have to pay their return postage. You can find that part with eBay.
I've already reported them as a system abuser and one of them.
Mm.
They are lovely, aren't they, Nadine? Honestly, bit of cheese and chili sauce, banging. Thank you.
Rebecca says she's also met some resellers, including a blue-haired girl, a bloke who likes Lego, a Welsh bloke who likes to get drunk on cider, etc., and lovely Carla. Who's the Welsh bloke who likes to get... Oh, that's Andrew. I don't think of Andrew as being Welsh. I mean, I know he lives in North Wales, but I don't think of him as being Welsh.
He doesn't sound Welsh either. He sounds like a Scouser to me. They really are. Yeah, they're so...
Everybody is behind you in this, you know. Everybody's got your back.
I think
what you need is for everybody to have your purse, but that's not the point.
Yeah. I've been sent some really like lovely messages and stuff, and you know, I mean, the vlog didn't go the way that I expected it to go, you know, but I think as a natural storyteller, you give a bit of backstory, don't you? Just, you know, we're probably.
Sorry.
I can't read. More drunk on previous bank holiday conceptions.
And Josh has gone back to bed, apparently, lazy arse.
Of course.
Oh, Lisa says you can make a list of the things you would have bought and see at the end of the month how much you would have spent, and then see if you still want any of the things on the list.
That's one of the experiments right now. One part of it that I did in my little thing this morning is I could go like, oh, that's going to be a treat for the end of the month, and then see at the end of the month if it's something that I still really want. Because you do fizzle off things, don't you? Like the other day, I really wanted a pair of trousers that had like all planets and stuff, and they were called Space Oddity. And I'm like, I'm not so keen on the idea of them now. I was literally only sold on them because they were called Space Oddity.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's silly, isn't it? I would have spent 30 quid on those trousers straight away because of the name. If they were called like Pile of Poo, I wouldn't have been so tempted.
I feel like there's a reason marketers don't call things Pile of Poo.
Well, exactly. Those exact reasons.
Ashley says it's hard to switch your brain from rewarding itself for spending to rewarding itself for not spending. It's a big rewire job, sending moral support.
It really is. Especially when that's like the only real treat, isn't it? Right now.
And Nia says they don't sound Welsh in Wrexham.
No. Andrew certainly doesn't sound Welsh.
Lenny says he sounds Scouse, but when he's drunk, he goes into a bit of Nessa.
Oh, don't we all, though? Well, I mean, not Welsh people, yes.
And Ross Reloaded said, I used that tactic a lot when I was getting off spending. Tell yourself you can have it if you still want it next week. You never do still want it.
Ooh. I wouldn't say...
It's 20 to 11.
Yeah, Nat. Yeah, it's all about the presentation. It really is. That's why I'm trying to do Etsy listings or try and find like a nice background, and I've charged up my camera. Do you want to see my expensive camera that I've never actually taken photographs with? So this is a Canon 600D. It's really fancy, and it's got a nifty 50 on it. So
I wish I knew what you were talking about.
So that's it's not an adjustable lens. That's just 50mm lens. So I should be able to get a really nice depth of field. Do you know what depth of field is? When so this would be in focus and behind me would be nicely blurred.
Right.
So the focus is on like this, whereas everything is flat here, isn't it?
And how long have you owned this?
Since 2012.
And how many times have you used it?
No, I use this for filming.
Right.
So I have used it for filming, but I've never used it for photography. So there. But it's a lovely camera. Highly recommend. So there.
I keep buying cameras and not using them because I'm scared of them, is the bottom line. I'm scared of learning new things, so I buy them and then I don't use them.
Oh yeah, that's, you have to do white balance tests and, also and f-stops and things. And I'm like,
That's it. I mean, I bought this camera specifically for YouTube videos, and I've probably used it for YouTube videos twice because I know how this works. I understand my phone. I don't understand the camera.
Yeah. It is so hard switching to new tech, but you're doing really well with your Mac though, aren't you?
Yeah, the Mac has been okay. Partly because I forced myself to do it by putting it up and dismantling the other computer, so I had no option.
Yeah, absolutely. And because Macs are great. I again highly recommend. I love mine.
It is a little bit idiot proof, I have to say. The stuff that I've learned how to do so far has not really been learning. It's been the Mac going, you just do this, and I go, okay.
Yeah, it's quite easy to work out things, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I honestly, you won't go back to a PC after this. PCs just seem so clunky,
Clem Gems is in, says good morning.
Hello.
Daily Jessie says that's an expensive camera. My DSL is only a second-hand entry-level one and cost enough.
Yeah, well, this was second-hand when I bought it in 2012, and it cost me £400.
Yeah.
But it is very good.
Oh, Lisa's finally ordered her DS Lite carry case and new Animal Crossing game.
Oh, I started playing Animal Crossing on the iPad, and I find it quite frustrating. I know it's meant to be a relaxing game. You just walk around and you shake a tree.
That's the point of it. I like games with an object.
Yes. So I'm thinking of downloading some hidden object games because I like those. I like the solving the little clues.
What's it? Professor Layton, I think. Yeah,
those kind of games, and find the things in the room, and then that thing that you just picked up, that goes in that room, and then it fits in there, and then you open the drawer, and then there's a puzzle, and I like those ones. They're fun, so I might download some of them.
Oh, excuse me.
But yeah, Animal Crossing, it's like, I don't know, there is never an end to Animal Crossing. You don't win.
Yeah. Amy says, good luck with the spend. No spend, need to watch the vlog. The sound is very low on the video, Amy.
Apparently. I mean, I've
it's really, really low. Put headphones on or cast it to your TV or something, but the sound's really low.
I used to get a buzz from that as well. And I used to do that, couponing. And I've done it so that I've had like a whole shop, like a £60 shop for a tenner and stuff. And I did get a buzz out of that because that felt like I was beating the system. Woo!
Yeah.
It wasn't so much the actual things that you got that was exciting. It was the, that was cool. Oh, no, my ex-housemates used to play World of Warcraft. Oh, no. I couldn't deal with that.
Oh, excuse me yawning, people. I've had a very broken night.
Oh, are you a broken person?
A little bit broken. Natalie had a phone call at 5:20 this morning.
Oh, not what? To ask you to go into work?
Yeah, Amy says she loves coupons and cashback apps. I must admit, I do all of the, photograph your receipt and get points. I do about 6 different apps on those.
Oh, see, I don't have the patience. I really don't.
I find it's all right as long as you do them straight away. But if you wait until you've got a pile of receipts, then it's horrible.
Yeah. I'm not being very entertaining today, am I? Sorry.
No, I'm not either. I just realised that I'm sitting in silence reading the chat. I'm sorry today's show is a little bit less exciting than usual. Lexx isn't very well, and I'm absolutely shattered. I had a very broken night's sleep.
Kath said about geocaching. I did download that a couple of years ago to see if there was any around here, and I went to try and find there was only 2 nearby, and they weren't there anymore. And I was like, oh, that's disappointing.
Me too, Paula. I love watching extreme couponing, and I would definitely be an extreme couponer. Definitely. Although I do think when they put it on the telly programs, I think it's big. I don't think they usually go in and get a grand within one go.
I think they have to warn the store beforehand, don't they?
Yeah, the store's never surprised, are they? And yet every single time the cash register crashes because the line limit has been reached. I'm like, are we not used to this yet?
Oh, that as the price guarantee thing, what they call it, wombling, where you would go and find lovely long receipts. My best ever receipt that I found on the floor, had 15 quid on it.
Sorry about the noise, hang on.
Oh, is everybody wanting a treat? Oh, is you wanting a treat? I had a nice treat this week from Store 69 Stephen, if he's still there, sent me a lovely box of stuff. And I'm going to send him a cake.
What did he send you?
He sent me pretty things, pretty jewelleries and stuff. It's very nice.
Store 69 UK is a fucking legend.
Yes.
Store 69 UK sent me hair clippers. He refused to allow me to pay for them in any way. Wouldn't even let me pay the postage. Aww. He sent me a very nice set of hair clippers, and I have Sean, my son. My son is now Sean the sheep.
Yay.
The man's a legend.
Yeah, totally. Yes.
The difference having Anthony's haircut has made to his mood is amazing. Because it was so hot and heavy and uncomfortable and making him miserable. So it's actually you're what you've done, Store 69. Sorry, I got mouth for sweeties. Is you have increased the living level in our house. What's the phrase I want next?
Quality of life.
Quality of life. Thank you. Living level. You have literally increased the quality of life in our house at the moment. That's how important this was. And it sounds ridiculous. I know it does. But honestly, you're a legend. You have literally changed my life at the moment in that simple way. So thank you so much.
That's super cool. Yes. And we're going to come down and visit you in Brighton one day. And you don't have to tidy up for us, honestly. It's fine. Because I said that we would come down and visit. You say, oh, no, I'll have to tidy. Like, no.
Oh, God, don't tidy for us. You don't see in our houses.
Exactly. Hey. Wow.
Julie says the Asda price guarantee was great. I love that. I proper wombled for that. I used to go twice a day wombling, and I made a fortune. We didn't pay for groceries for about a year.
It was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. And then of course they cracked down on it.
Yeah, I know. And then you could only do 10 a month or something like that.
And then they got rid of it altogether. So that was the end of that. Yeah. And now you're not allowed out. So that was the end of that.
I know. Asda have gone to really extreme measures to stop us from wombling, haven't they?
Yeah. Basically, they've released a virus into the world so that we wouldn't be able to use their APG. Yeah. Ian's in. Hi, Ian.
Right, Ian. The store. Honestly, check out Store 69's 80s pictures.
They are wicked. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I got stopped several times while I was wombling by security guards saying, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm tidying up." Why are you only tidying up receipts? I'm special.
It's not like it's illegal to pick up receipts off the floor.
No, it's not. No, and that's it. They knew that it was actually illegal to take them from inside the bins in store.
That's fair.
But it was not illegal to pick them up in the car park, and they fucking knew that. And furthermore, I pointed out to them several times as well.
Yeah, exactly. Can I just explain to Ian about the fort in the North Sea? Yeah. No, it's on my things of buy if I won £192 million on the Euro Millions lottery, that I would buy a North Sea fort and do it up as a club venue that you could only helicopter into, and it would be round, and it would have a massive disco ball in the middle, and I think that would be just like the coolest freaking thing. So there.
Is it going to be loud? It sounds like it's going to be loud.
Well, between certain hours of the day, yeah.
Can I have a soundproof room for when I don't want to listen to the loud? Because I want to come. I want to come and play on your fort. I don't want to be left out. I don't want to be stuck here in Bristol while you're in the North Sea having a brilliant time. And I want to socialise and I want to have fun, but I don't really like all the loud.
Okay, we'll arrange something.
Thanks. Just yeah. And Double Karma says, "Do you have an eBay Store 69 UK?" I believe Store 69 is an eBay seller, although I don't know. I know he does pretties, doesn't he? Vintage pretties, vintage.
Yeah. His Etsy store is full of very nice things that makes me very jealous of.
Somebody's come and said, "So I'm late," and then the thing shut off. Mary Smith's in, and she says, "Sorry, she's late." Stand in the corner, Mary Smith, for being late. Don't really. Oh, Lisa says, "What was Asda wombling?" Okay, Asda had a program called the Asda Price Guarantee, and basically, if your item was cheaper anywhere else than it was in Asda, they would give you back the difference. And they had a thing on their website where you keyed in the receipt number off the bottom of a receipt, and it compared it to all the other stores, and it told you that it owed you money. And then it gave you a voucher, and you printed out the voucher, and you took it into store with the receipt, and you could use it off your shopping, basically, off of your next shop. So wombling was finding other people's discarded receipts in the car park. You had to have a minimum of 10 different items on before it would qualify for the Asda Price Guarantee. I think it might have been 8. I don't know why I said 10. I think it was 8.
Really long receipts.
Yeah, sometimes you'd find one where people had spent 300 quid. And it wasn't the difference. It was 10% of the receipt. Oh, I can't remember the exact thing.
Like that, yeah.
Somebody will correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. But yeah, it didn't give you the difference. It gave you 10% of the total or something. Oh my god, why can't I remember this?
I can't remember. It was great though.
Either way, I had vouchers for 30-40 quid sometimes. Yeah. Huge vouchers. And also there was a glitch at one point where some things were comparing wrongly. So they do a 3 for 10 deal on whatever the specials were, Easter eggs and things like that. And they were comparing at the wrong price. So you could go in and buy your shopping and come home and print out a voucher for way more than your shopping had cost you. So that, yeah, we took advantage of that slightly. But they don't do it anymore. So
because of people like you.
Because of people like me, yeah. There you go. Double Karma mostly does Etsy and sells more modern stuff on eBay. Amy says if she won mega money, she'd make sure friends and family were okay, buy a house, rent out, and then travel the world in a camper van. I would buy a house, but I wouldn't rent it out because I would never want to be a landlord. I would happily buy houses as gifts for people.
Yeah.
If I was minted, but I wouldn't rent my own home out because I don't want to be a landlord and I don't want to come back and find that somebody's trashed my house while I was away, you know. So if I had a house, I would just put somebody in it to maybe look after it for me, but not rent it out generally. I don't know where that came from.
It all depends on obviously the level of money that you won, wouldn't it? Like if I won 50 grand, I'm like, okay, that's a deposit for me to buy next door, and then it goes up in increments then, doesn't it? It's like if I won 200 grand, would I buy both houses?
He did. The man in the hat did tell everyone, you're right, Julie. He wasn't very popular. It's about the Asda wombling thing again. Oh. Ian's sharing my quiet room with me.
Fair enough. She does snore, mind, so it's not going to be that quiet.
I do snore. We might have to take it in turns in the quiet room, Ian, because you might not like it if I'm in there snoring away. It's a wonder Asda didn't go bankrupt. Yeah, I think at one point they were being stung quite hard by the people who were doing the who were taking advantage of the glitch because it was on Money Saving Expert. We had a whole thread on there about it and whatever, and people were really hitting it hard.
Yeah.
Store says if I won the lottery, I'd rent. Is your mum playing with squirty cream?
No, not doing the washing up.
It sounded like that noise the squirty cream makes, and I just had a vision of Mummy being just off camera going.
No, if anything, it would be for Azumi, because that's who we buy the squirty cream for. She gets very disappointed if she doesn't get any.
Rust Reloaded says if we'd had an Asda around here, I'd have been all over the Womble and I could have paid my mortgage off even earlier. And Julie had her dad looking for all the receipts. Yeah, honestly, me and Tammy used to get we used to go on proper what I've got photos of Tammy in my phone climbing under things, climbing over things. There's a photo of her somewhere with her climbing over, you know, with all the trolleys locking together. She's climbing over a locked-in row of trolleys and she's got her foot stuck. And the photo's proper wonky because I'm pissing myself laughing. She's going, "Are you going to help me or what?" And I'm far too busy laughing and taking photographs to help her. No. Proper wedged.
Is that when you used to have to put a pound in trolley as well?
Yeah. You still have to here, most places. Most places you still have to put. Yeah, I had to put it was great fun, yeah. To get her out, I had to put a pound in to the right trolley, and trying to work out which the right trolley is not easy as well, because they all look like they're the right trolley, but yeah. It was and then trying to yank them apart. She's going, "Oh, my foot." It was great. I loved it.
Did you do the McDonald's peely offy taggy thing? Did you ever go around like on the street collecting them as well?
What, for the free hot drinks?
Yeah.
I still do now. If I see
not for the hot drinks. I mean the Monopoly thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We used to pick them up. We had free food.
Me, Bianca, and Alana did it, and honestly, we had like a mega feast of free stuff. Right? I mean, we had an inordinate amount of like apple pies and
ice creams. It was always a free ice cream, always. But yeah, Tammy and I we used to again. We'd pick them all up when we were wombling, and then we'd wait until the day they were due to expire, and then we'd go in with all of them and get all in one go, and sit there with the most random meal in front of us. You know.
Oh, totally. It was great though. Yeah. Back in the day when
hi Peter. Kirsten said she missed the whole Asda thing. How long ago was it? Well, we're going back.
Oh, it's quite a while ago now.
5 years or so. 5 years. I think they ended it 4 years or so ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was absolutely fantastic at the time. Tammy was out of work. She was up in Leeds out of work. I was down here and things were tight, I'd say. We weren't starving, but things were a bit tight. Tammy was out of work up in Leeds and things were really bad for her. And her dad was managing on a tiny income support as well. And so I got her into it, and she would take her dad out and they would do it out there. And then if I went up there to stay, we would always go wombling or whatever, and she would come down here. And honestly, it saved it. I know we abused it, but it saved. I think it was saved a lot of situations because people were able to buy food that I could go in and get a week's groceries with if you shopped carefully, because you could use it on anything. If you had a £10 voucher, you could literally just get £10 worth of shopping of anything you wanted,
Yeah.
So yeah, it was brilliant. I was really remembering the double discount thing that Tesco used to do, which was if they charged you, they gave you double the overcharge back. And there were quite often glitches with that as well. So they would reduce something like an electric toothbrush. It was meant to be £70. They would reduce it on the shelf to £12.
But not on the system.
Go through the till at £70. You would pay it, and then you would go to think, this was meant to be £12, and they would give you back £116 or whatever the difference was.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I started doing it when I was a student the second time. And yeah, it definitely helped a lot.
Yeah, it was amazing. But most of it's gone. Like I said, the Tesco double the difference is gone. The Asda, but probably, like I say, because so many people were doing it. But it was a lifesaver for a lot of people. And even now, I still, like I said, if I see a McDonald's cup on the floor and there's a sticker on it, I'll have it. And I don't even drink hot drinks, but it's in there now.
I've got the picking the penny up off the street from you though, because I normally would walk past that, but now
always pick money up in the street, and I pick up probably about 50 quid a year that way.
See, that's what convinced me.
Yeah, I mean, 50 quid a year is not a huge amount of money, and yet people are changing their electricity supplier to save £50 a year.
Yeah.
So when you look at it from that point of view.
Yeah. Although I don't think I've 50 quid.
Ian says he wonders if his driver collects his Harrods and Waitrose receipts. And yeah, Kat says waste not want not. Amy Fairfowler says she always picks up money. Oh, and Julie says you can also pick up Tesco's receipts for the points. Yeah, they still do that. Although, if the person paid by card, they sometimes ask you to produce the card that was paid, that it was used to pay with. So you have to be aware of that, because it's mildly embarrassing if you can't. Although you can just say, well, it was my boyfriend's card. I haven't got him with me.
I was going to ask a question and I can't remember it now. Brain fuzzy.
Karen says, when my parents had the corner shop, I used to collect points from the Cadbury rep for the chocolate display. If you'd done it how they wanted, I used to convert them into Argos vouchers. I got loads of stuff for that. I remember the cigarette coupons as well. I used to pick up cigarette coupons in the street because you could exchange them for stuff.
I was going to say, is it Texaco years ago, the vouchers that Dad used to get?
Yeah, I used to get
or SO Fuel or something. Because my dad was a rep and he would drive around all the time and use company petrol, buy your own company card. But Texaco Garage would he would collect points, and we had the whole those shit glasses that Josh likes selling.
Yeah.
18 of every single, what do we need points and sherry glasses for? But we had the whole range and a ridiculous amount of each. Brandy glasses that were never used, everything.
Yeah, cigarette coupons back in the day, and I'm talking back when they were allowed to do promotions. Of course, they're not even allowed to advertise anymore, let alone do promotions. But cigarette coupons, you used to be able to collect all them up, and then you got a catalogue, a little A5 catalogue that you flicked through and chose. Yeah.
Yeah, because didn't we have a massive box of stuff and had a kettle and a toaster and loads of
and you could pick up those coupons on the floor because people would open their cigarettes, pull off the plastic and the foil inside and chuck the coupon away, and nobody wanted them. And so this was as a kid I would collect those because they were, like I said, if you saved up enough you could get stuff.
Collected.
Yeah, so and you could
20 times.
See, again, parents ran a newsagent, so they had all of this. And when I was in Blockbuster as well, we used to have to take the DVD out, put the thing on the shelf and just put the case out. But in Disney DVDs, you had Disney points and used to steal them and claim for free DVD and stuff.
Focus points, Jason in Regal. That was right, yeah.
Yeah.
Mandy says she got to see Tina Turner 3 times in '96 thanks to the Cadbury wrappers. She walked 1,000 miles collecting them.
Wow.
That's dedication. And yeah, Green Shield stamps. Oh, look at this. My dad did the cigarette ones. 1 per person. Even the cat had some scent and the dog.
Yeah, we did too.
Hell yeah.
I remember the Green Shield stamps. I mean, that we were proper going back to the 70s now for Green Shield, aren't you?
Oh, and Kirsten says, the free gifts off magazines. Well, because you didn't send them back.
Well, yeah, they didn't want those back. They took the magazines back. They didn't want the gifts back.
No, they only wanted
because they were going to pulp the magazines. Any returned magazines that went back got pulped and recycled. Yeah. And so they say to them that you took the gifts. Oh, we had massive boxes of stuff like that.
Yeah, all lipsticks and perfume samples and stuff and little shitty toys.
Yeah.
Oh, Bendix chocolates. They were lush.
It's funny what you remember, and it's stuff that you've forgotten, and then somebody says something, you're like, oh God, yeah. Yeah, Mandy says she'd do it all again in a heartbeat. Linda UK saved up the cigarette coupons that she found in her nan's working men's club and got a lovely pair of gold earrings.
Ooh, nice.
You don't get freebies the way you used to, do you?
You do on some of the nice women's magazines. I remember getting a nice Crabtree and Evelyn hand cream.
They're saving up wrappers for stuff. It used to be if you cut all the labels off the soup, you could send them away and get a free soup bowl or something, wasn't it? And stuff like that. And they don't do things like
that. No, they don't really do that, do they?
Yes, I used to like saving up for freebies, even if they were crap. Lex, you look like you're frozen in time.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I completely don't Yeah.
Yeah, Ian says, who collected points for glasses and kitchenware from the petrol station, Shell, Elf, Texaco, etc.?
Yeah. Honestly.
Oh, Shirley says, does anyone have the card stamped for £5? Oh, that's the wrong one. So I clicked on the wrong one. Card stamped for £5 off in Salvation Army charity shop.
The nearest Salvation Army to me is in Canton, Cardiff, and it's a bloody nightmare to get to now that they've changed the X2 bus. That annoys me. Because Canton's really good.
Store 69 says, as YouTube influencers, you could both apply for promo free stuff. I wouldn't know where you begin applying for it, to be honest. I thought you had to wait for people to approach you.
And I don't think I would be the kind of person that any company would want promoting this stuff.
I don't see why not. Skincare stuff and makeup. You've got a face, you know. It's
Yeah, but you've got to look good in it, haven't you?
You do look good in everything. You are a stunner.
Whatever.
Shall we show them the angle I nearly showed them of me earlier on?
Beautiful.
Yeah, I was trying to sort out the lighting, and this is the angle you nearly got of me for the entire show.
And I want to do this, which is also gorgeous.
Yeah, Karen says Amy's got the £5 one, and Karen as well. And Granny Kate says washing powders used to give away plastic flowers. Your mum might remember them, Lex.
Plastic flowers with washing powder?
Yes, mostly daffodils.
Daffodils.
That's funny.
And they were crap.
I bet they smelt nice, though. If they were in the washing powder.
No, they were stuck on the outside of the box.
Oh, they were stuck
Right. I always remember cereal boxes having stuff in. I always remember getting your arm in the cereal and rummaging right down to the bottom to try and find the toy, which is really unhygienic when you think about it. Yeah, I used to get coupons each week in the paper and glue them on a bit of cardboard, send them off to get a pencil case or something. Absolutely. It was fun. Kids these days don't know about the fun we had with this stuff. It was exciting. When having a parcel in the post in the 70s as a child addressed to you was massive.
Do you know what I really miss? Early Kinder Surprise toys before some idiot went and tried to eat one and choked.
Yeah, the ones that you actually had to put together.
Yeah, I remember once having a Pink Panther themed like movie camera, and it had a tiny little lens in it, and you had to put the reel like around and honestly, it was so good. Yeah. And then you held it up and you could watch a tiny little film. Oh, amazing.
Yeah, now they just get solid little figures, don't they? They don't get anything with parts.
That's a crap.
There you go. Shelster, and he says if you're looking for promoting something, you could find the people who make kale.
Sponsored by kale. That was awesome.
Lex has been brought to you today by kale. Mandy says she worked in Woolies in the 90s, promo vouchers for a free soap powder. She took a load, got the soap powder, and sold it all to the women in the bingo. She's been a reseller since 92. Nice. And Steve Jones says you look great, you've got style. Store 69 says Kale and Jamie Oliver should approach you both.
Jamie Oliver.
Rebecca says about 2 years ago, Super Dragon, if you bought 3 care skin, oh, I can't speak. Blah. If you bought 3 skincare items, including clearance, you got 2 free Korean face masks. Could have done with them now. Yeah, Jason says cereal boxes used to have tokens to collect for bowls. Yeah, I mean, those bowls still sell quite well now, funnily enough. And Shiv says fun was when there was toys and a sweet inside the Easter eggs. You don't get anything inside Easter eggs anymore. It used to be that you opened your Easter egg and your Smarties or whatever are inside, and they've all gone.
Honestly, Kinder Surprises were the actual best.
Look at this. Nadine says I saved up Tato crisp packets and sent off for a scratch and sniff poster of all their flavours. Prawn cocktail. Oh, and look at Fandria's disappointment. Entered a win a pony competition on Milky Bar and got a letter and won a plastic fort.
Yeah, but a plastic fort though, that's pretty cool.
Jones says
stuff. I was a comper for a year.
Yeah.
I won so much. So much stuff. It was great. I highly recommend it if you've got the patience, like entering loads of competitions, because I won so much stuff.
I keep thinking I ought to comp and then I don't.
I used to do it for like 2 hours a day and it was horrendously dull. But, like 3 holidays in a year, like that was pretty awesome.
Joan, what's the end of that sentence, love? Don't know if you saw one of Rod's the Pommy Picker video about don't keep us hanging on, Joan. Come on. She's not going to tell us.
No.
Mary Smith says we're both gorgeous. Thank you, Mary.
Of course.
This is another thing that sells quite well. Mandy Moore says, in the 80s, my nan used to save up and get me Tetley tea figures and teaspoons. I still got them. You can pick them up at the car boot for almost no money, and they sell fairly well as bundles. Jesse said he tried comping but got bored.
It is really boring. Just endlessly putting in your details over and over and over again.
There you go. That plastic fort. I hope you still got it, Fandria, because you can get 120 quid for it.
There we go.
And oh, Monaco remembers collecting Tazos in crisp packets. They sell as well. If you find any Tazos these days, you can flog them.
God.
Store says was Rod's video about anticipation. Joan's still keeping us hanging on. She's refusing to tell us what it was about. Claire says really lacking in enthusiasm today. She might mean us, in fairness. She's right.
Totally right. I've got to do 10 listings today. I've got to. And I'm really... Yes, Kirsten, wanna be friends? You know, like on every single video you do now, there's some guy just goes, wanna be friends?
Same bot every time, isn't it? Same bot. Yeah. Wanna be friends? Oh, Jason's had a live coaching. Oh, Joan's back. Rod the Pommy Picker uploaded a video about making money from an app called Freebies. It's just little surveys, but you can do it while watching TV. I haven't seen that. I'll have a look.
Well, Freebies, when it was first live, was really, really good because you could go and do little missions, like make sure that there's, you know, a certain thing on in Tesco's that, you know, that they've got 2 facings of it, and then you take a picture of it and send it back. And they would pay like £6 a time for you to do that. And then obviously the more people that do it, like
it's like the Job Spotter. They've ended Job Spotter now. It was absolutely fantastic. I did really well out of it until Christmas. At Christmas, they fucked it over, and now they've closed it. And look, actually properly frozen just then. That was a bit odd. You really did freeze in a kind of like a gargoyle stance.
Sorry.
Joan says she's managed to get 11.90 in 3 days, and they send straight to your PayPal. And Claire didn't mean us. She meant herself.
But yeah, also, yeah.
Well, we've done an hour and 10 minutes. I don't know how, because neither of us had anything to talk about, and neither of us had anything to say, but we've done it.
And neither of us have any enthusiasm today whatsoever.
158 people watching us go, ugh.
I know, right? God, you guys must be bored.
Have we got 158 thumbs up? How many thumbs up have we got? I can't see the YouTube page from here. Anybody? Have we got any thumbs up? Anybody cared? Give us a thumbs up. Lisa says the Lisa count is 8. It's not 8, is it?
Oh, shut up! No way.
There's no way we've got 8 Lisas in. I'm sure we're on like 5, unless she's counting herself 3 or 4 times over. That was Lisa Hyden. We're just arriving. Yeah, so the Street Beast thing, Joan says basically, for an example, you take a pic of your meal and say what brand it is, or a pic of your cat food in the cupboard. Okay, I'm gonna have a look at that. 52 likes apparently. Oh no, 56. We've gone to that's 156 of you watching, and 100 don't like us. I mean, you're not obliged to like us, but why are you watching if you don't like it? Did you send somebody out to round people up again and make them watch against their will?
Well, no, I was gonna say, like, to be fair, you know, 2 out of 3 people not liking us, that's pretty normal.
That's a bit of a result. 1 out of 3 people liking us is a bit of a win.
I know, right? Yay. And also, remember now that Boris is stay alert. I'm going to have trouble with that one.
I haven't seen the latest Boris. I have to be honest. I've missed the latest Boris.
It's coming tonight.
Oh right, okay. That's why I haven't seen it then. I'm not missing anything.
It's not stay home anymore, or whatever it was. It's not go home. It's stay alert now. So it's you're allowed out. You just have to be very wary of other people. I
want to say exactly the same as I said on. Oh God, what's her name?
Caroline,
brain fart. My brain went, I'm not going to tell you. Caroline's alive yesterday when I was on. I said, I want to say exactly the same now as I said then. The virus has not gone away. If they raise the lockdown at all, it's only because we're at the point where the NHS can cope when you get ill, not because you won't get ill. The virus is still out there. It hasn't gone away. People are still getting ill. 600 people are still dying pretty much daily. It's not gone if they lift the lockdown restrictions. So please be aware of this. Please don't all rush out there and get ill and die. We quite like some of you, and we quite like you all not to die. And I'm sure you're not stupid, so you won't go. But just be aware that just because they raise it doesn't mean it's gone. It just means that they can cope with your illness.
And also what I would like to say is stop blaming other people.
Yeah, please stop blaming other people. It's not our fault that this virus is here. It's not your next door neighbour's fault. And if they choose to have a barbecue in their back garden, that's their business, not yours. You just don't have to go to it. You do you. You look after you. Make sure you are safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And don't lick a plug and don't drink bleach.
Can you not lick plugs?
And don't wobble a ladder when you're on it.
Don't wobble a ladder when somebody else is on it, I think. Because it's really scary for the person on the ladder, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
There is nothing more terrifying than being on a ladder and having your stupid friend at the bottom going, way! I am usually the stupid friend, it has to be said. I'm going, wait, this is funny. And the person at the top's going, I'm going to fucking kill you. When I get off this thing, you're dead. Kirsten says, any tips on how I'll open my shop responsibly? I would definitely do, if you're very serious about opening, I would definitely do no more than X people in at a time. I don't know how big your shop is, so I can't comment on that. But I would do no more than X people in at a time, and I would probably have anti-bac at the door and say to them, excuse me.
And you can
I'm allergic to the mention of anti-bac, apparently. Say some, as people come in, say please anti-bac your hands, and then ask them to anti-bac again on the way out, really. And
to just not, 2 people at a time, and just ask them to not, touch everything in the shop. They don't have to.
Sorry, I missed my face. Yeah. So I'm like I said, I don't know how big your shop is. If your shop's the size of Asda Walmart, then maybe you can allow more than 2 in, but yeah. That's what I would do. I would limit the number in at a time. If somebody opens the door and tries to come in, you just have to call out to them, sorry, we're full at the moment, or whatever.
Yeah, just go, sorry, can you wait outside for,
Yeah.
I think, I think people will be very more than happy to respect that as well. Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping that as people start to come out, they'll be tending to wear gloves and whatever anyway. So although the virus sits on the gloves just as much as it does on your hands. So, yeah.
But yeah, anti-bac or whatever. I think Kirsten said, I thought about a sign, but I didn't know if they would read it. I would have a like I said, a big sign on the door saying no more than X people at a time, please. And then I would put little signs all around inside, little signs around saying, please don't touch, please don't touch.
Yeah.
Or you touch it, you buy it. You touch it, it's yours. Ian says he would collect vouchers to watch us both, bless him.
Oh, good man.
Yeah.
Is it time for us to go now, An Awkward Wave?
I think it really is. Yeah, I think it's time to say goodbye. Sorry, I just got a bit lost in the chat. No, Stall 69, you cannot.
Oh.
Jason says, can I not go to work tomorrow? I say, Carla told me to stay at home. Absolutely. And if they argue, give them my number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give them my details and say, look, this woman said I should stay at home, and I will quite happily shout on your behalf. Right. It is time to say goodbye. Thank you so much to everyone in the chat who's joined us this morning and helped us keep going, because I think both of us at the beginning of this were a bit kind of like, don't know what to say today.
Still like that.
Yeah, Lexx is still feeling very, very swimmy. Yeah. I would go and try all of the remedies that people said. Start with the decongestant spray.
I'm going to see what we've got in. Take all of the drugs.
Yeah, just read the back of all of the drugs in case you can't combine some of the drugs with the other drugs.
Oh, boring.
I don't want you to die. I quite like you. Yeah, see, Nat said no Lexx die.
Oh, okay then.
Want to say good morning to Lexx very quickly before she goes then?
I'm more morning if I'm going to travel.
Okay, well, we're live as well, so you're not just saying hello to Lexx, you're saying hello to everybody.
Hi, Nat.
Just your arm. There's just your arm coming into
No,
view.
I'm a ninja.
Right.
I like your hair.
Thank you.
Okay, the chat are all still there watching us just socialise now. Thank you so much to everyone in the chat for joining us this morning. Thank you if you've thumbs up. If you haven't thumbs up, go and thumbs up now. It is compulsory. I know I used to say it wasn't. It is now. We love you all. Ow, what are you doing to my hair?
Giving you antlers.
Great, thanks. Love you all. Take care. Have a lovely Sunday, and we will be back next week with whatever happens then. Awkward way.
Bye-bye. Don't die.